How are you being received by your profession?
I just want to say one thing, what you both were talking about is the difference between the enslavement of humanity as it is now and what the future is they want mind, body, and soul. It was just body. Now it's our soul and our mind. I mean, it's that simple, not horrifying. And that's why we need to get the message out. As far as my colleagues and how they're responding, my profession, like other professions, has been indoctrinated and dumbed down to say it's sad. They've stopped critical thinking, and you have to know that we lost freedom of speech in my profession a long time ago. If you speak up just a little bit, as we all have seen in recent events, you're fired right away. And you're not just fired, you're blackballed from the industry. Good luck trying to find another job. And what do we do as doctors, right? You just can't find that. So that's been going on for some time. And as an attending physician for medical students, I saw that they were teaching them less and less in the schools. They were teaching them less critical thinking, less independent thinking. And so this plan has been in act for a long time. Look at the new math they've been teaching kids. They believe any numbers that come in front of the screen without even thinking about where they came from. This is why they can put the number of COVID cases and everybody believes it without having that critical thinking. We have had such of this brainwashing technology going on and education for so long, and it's hit the professions as well. And so the few of my colleagues that are still critical thinkers, they're just afraid. They're trying to survive, right? And they're afraid to say something. They say something quietly, but they're afraid to say it out loud. And I don't know when that trigger event's going to happen that will really get them to be brave enough to finally speak up, because now I'm calling them out. I'm getting harsher with my words. I said, you know what? We took an oath to do no harm. Okay, that was an oath. And we have people's lives in our hands. Not just a product, we have their lives in our hands. And so if you are part of this system where you're coercing someone to be part of an experiment, you're telling them that it's safe when you don't know it's safe, you're telling them that it's effective when we know it's not effective. I mean, what is that? That's on your heart, I mean, we're talking and I tell them, please remember your oath, A. Number two, please remember we are in a war. And it's not just a physical war. We are in a spiritual war. And you know what? I'm getting more response now from people that are waking up. They're like, you know what? You're right. It is a spiritual war. They're saying it quietly, but we need people to say it loud. Okay. Say it from their heart. Okay. It's a mind, body, soul. So let's get our heart involved. And I talk about, some good science, right? We always hear about the bad science right now. Heart Math Institute. I love them. So they've done studies on us. We are electrical beings. So our heart is electromagnetic, and it is 100,000 times more powerful than our brain, the most powerful organ in our body. And it connects all of us. It connects the body, the mind, and the spirit. It really does. And so in a normal, weak human, it goes out 6 feet. In a strong, powerful human, kilometers. It goes out several kilometers, probably more. We don't have the equipment to measure that. And I think that's fantastic. And if we can awaken that fire, wow, spread like kindling.
Well, that's beautiful. And thank you, Carrie, for bringing us back down to that quanta, because of course you're absolutely right. And I'm working with a number of astrotheologians and archaeocosmologists on a project that we're about to launch in a couple of weeks' time. And we're drilling down using this kind of Bruce Lipton type, metric and understanding. But we also, Dan Winters, the mathematician physicist I've also referred to as a dear friend over many years. And his understanding is that the empathic waveform that issues off the human heart is the singularity that can actually traverse the entire known universe.
Absolutely, I absolutely believe it.
Yeah, and when you get into psionic intelligence and to the morphogenesis of who and what we are, that is where our true power is. That's the Christ of light, flame.
There you go.
That is the thing that is actually awakening here, courtesy of the incredible compression. So, James, I'm keen to know what you feel about. Is there, going back to what Alison was talking about? The sort of cryptographics and all the rest of it. I thought, I'm one of those stupid people. I can scarcely navigate a telephone. But I thought that the whole blockchain crypto thing was a great thing for us, because it was going to be keeping our secrets safe, and it was going to keeping a firewall between us and them. Of course, I'm now all the wiser, having understood perspectives like Allison's, which of course describe to us how all of that stuff, in a sense, has been a Miltel operation. Do you agree entirely with that, James, or is there any positives to the crypto and blockchain world?
I agree that, like any tool in the world, a hammer can build a house, a hammer can strike down Cain and Abel, correct? So that's number one. Yeah, there's definitely a dark side to the transactions and the maritime laws out of the Venetians. The Venetians have been controlling Rome. The Black Pope was in Venice. Black Pope's in Venice. The White Pope's over here. There's a gray Pope that does something else, right? And they moved the Luciferian satanic throne from Turkey all the way into Hamburg, Germany. So I guess that is what we're really dealing with, and the fascist world are going there. As far as blockchain, there's two use cases. It's like a Hollywood movie. Every Hollywood movie broken down to two archetypes. One archetype is a straight